What's up? Tacos for everybody. Last Tuesday of the year, baby. The show at MLB, absolutely freaking anywhere. Colton Pit HQ. Mr. Cooper on the ones and twos, best damn producer in the game, and the big man. Your favorite host's favorite host. Your favorite better's favorite better. Your favorite analyst, the big man with the big mouth and a big apple. Big Johnny Stud coming to you worldwide from Brooklyn, New York. As always, coming out the chair as always. Coming out the chair as always. We told you day one. We'll be shot out of a cannon at the end of September. And I know there were people going, where did you find this guy? There is no way you could keep it up. So, 6th gear. Grab the spear. Grab the shield. Jump into the phalanx when you hang with us here at 300. We may not be huge, but we're freaking fierce. We are fierce, baby. That's right. Walk you into the tunnel, over to the pit, and in you go, where we give to the bookies nothing, but we take from them everything. Let's go, creating the culture of fishermen. Man, what a wonderful... I had such a great time with everybody here. Jay, I made like a friend for life. Brian E., Brian Rose, we see you. We love you, man. Thank you, everybody, jumping in. All right, let's get into the games. We have a lot of work to do. I feel like I'm going to be begging you for an extra 5. Jay, please remember to give myself a break. Halfway through this thing, let's do it. Man, it's the Reds on the road, plus 100. Hunter Green on the bump. Luke Giolito looking good, reborn for the Guardians. Right? Gosh, we really can't do too many like spinoffs. But one of the things we want to keep with us, BGC, I see you, good morning. One of the things we want to keep with us always, when it comes to betting, when it comes to pitching, fantasy, all this stuff, there are certain organizations that maximize what these pitchers can do, okay? And even, like the Dodgers didn't fix Thor. Nobody did. Some guys are broken. But there are organizations where they get their hands on talent and they maximize it. Maybe we should have seen it coming anyway. Giolito's been a lot better. Hunter Green's been injured all year. We loved him. His fastball is pure sex. He was kind of banged up, right? We go after these guys coming off the IL. And now, he's really good. You got to be careful with all the stats. Although Green's expected stuff really good. 4.24 ERA, 135 whip. But all the expected stuff at 3.7 or below. 3.6 expected ERA, 3.69 Sierra. If you want to follow along with all these nerdy stats, they're available for free right now. If it's free, it's for me. USA, and also Canada. On Twitter, at John Laghezza, we'll take you right to that stuff. Brian David, all the Bryans. It's really funny. In real life, one of my very best friends is named Brian as well, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. So, Brian, doctor. Welcome aboard, everybody. All right, so it's Green and Giolito. Two kind of interesting stories, right? But Green's got the big strikeout rate. All the swing and miss stuff, I'm telling you, that fastball with all the diagnostic stuff is just pure sex. 286 expected WOBA for Green on the season, even with all the kind of wacky statistics that come with it. Gio's just been good. He's been also excellent at home all season, even pitching for different teams. The ERA is elevated last 30 days for Gio, but all the indicators at 3.5 and below, he's been pretty good. The walks under control, getting those whiffs, 129% whiff rate. For Gio, I kind of leave in this one. I have it as a cross out. The play that I wanted was F5U 4.5. Algo in agreement. I think it went to 4. Oh, look at this. Jay's using BetSnap. How smart are you? I couldn't find it on the books that I have. So I don't post stuff I can't find myself for subs and go live on. I'm happy to be honest. But if you got multiple 4.5s, those are legit. You could bet PB. You got that. 4 or 5 FanDuel. I did not look at FanDuel. I am so dumb sometimes. For a really smart guy, I'm really dumb. Or for a really dumb guy, I'm really smart. But anyway, I'm somewhere in that middle hallway, I think. Yeah, let's go under 4.5. I kind of like that one because that's the thing. Both of these offenses really struggling. Also terrible against righty. Terrible. 2 of the worst righty hitting teams. And again, we're only looking for 15 outs on both sides. We're not looking to attach ourselves to the bullpen. Cleveland offense kind of wonky all year. The discipline stuff is good. But also both of these teams bottom 5 in hard hit rate on both accounts, bottom 5 in expected WOBA versus righties last 30. Also, quick note for the people that have been following along all year. Don, PLA, what's going on, man? You like under 8.5 in the San Diego game? We will get there. Brian David. How many plays do I play a day? It really depends. Right now, if you're looking at the betting stuff, it's just a handful. Today, I actually just put out the daily dime bag parlay. When we're mid-season and rocking and rolling, I probably have like, I don't know, it's a lot sometimes, because sometimes it's like 6 on a main ticket, right? And then I was doing under props for strikeouts and stuff. For me, this is the one lesson we will do today, Jay. I promise I get back on the track. Is it's not about how many plays a day, it's about how much you're risking per day, right? So if I have one bet and bet $100 and you have 100 bets and you bet $1 a piece, we're both risking 100. Where you get into trouble is if the $100 bettor starts betting hundreds, right, when they're not supposed to. So I coming from a trading background, I like to set my daily allotted risk first, and then I just kind of let it rip. And that's why I don't necessarily, I'm not saying I don't care. People kind of get, I'm not saying people get mad at me sometimes, because when I go through losing streaks, like I really don't, like I don't care. You're going to lose. It's just how you handle it. Did you wake up the next day and do really good work? You know, I've actually found some of my best winning streaks after like the pit of despair. You know, so that's what these games are. Anyway, let's get back into it. That's what it's all about. Jay Shank says, F the odds maker sleeping on it. Yep. Well, we ain't no mattress. Don't sleep on us, baby. So, Jay, let's get the under 4.5 for the F5. We'll move it on. I think I like that one a lot. Next up, this is one of the parlays that I have. One of the pieces of parlays, what I mean. So, Jay, put it on to the side, and when we get to the end, we'll do the whole thing together. Let's run the same one. This is a bunch of money lines I like. Again, down the stretch, I had a much better season for subs than we did on the show here. We kind of built this boat in the middle of the ocean, and I have some cool ideas for next season. I'd like to tie the show to the model. Maybe we could play every game on the slate, but like for $1, you know what I mean? And really track our ability to kind of go after this stuff, which is, you know, that's a little more on the nose. Oh, Jason, we crept into the green. Go get it. See, look at that. And yeah, whatever. I don't want to spin into it, but look at that. That really, you know, that's good stuff. And I guess it shows, right? With hard work and with process and stuff, eventually the odds are going to come in you. They're going to fall in your favor. So we got Josiah Gray, who I do like, but we've mentioned the struggles, you know, the 4 ERA, but the 1.5 whip and the 5 expected plus the 5 Sierra, right? One of those things on the way out the door, everybody. When we hit those things that I want to stick, that's one of the things that you want to stick, right? There's a jillion baseball stats, and you could get them from me. But you're looking to attack a pitcher, ignore his ERA, ignore pretty much everything. When Sierra and expected ERA are in agreement over 5, that's a guy you just go after, right? 11.5 walk, and then you can get into all the fun stuff. 39 ball validated, 59 first strike validated, 41 fly ball, 10% barrel. That's all the stuff that's going to get you in trouble. 336 expected WOBA on the season for Gray. Yeah, he's been a lot better on the road, but even then the XFIP, so you regress the home runs, and he's at 5. Kyle Horse Bradish on the bump for the Blackbirds at Orange Vest. He's been awesome. If we're attached to my fantasy stuff at all, anywhere I was talking about, Kyle Bradish all season. Again, I can't wait to put that content on. I love doing it. I think it's really worked. Jay, we have to talk about that. I really think it worked. It's weird. There's so many bettors that say you don't have to watch it or don't have to understand it. Man, I feel like my deep understanding of it helps me not only explain it, but kind of avoid pitfalls and be successful. I mean, I have back-to-back successful years in public. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Anyway, I really like Bradish. I especially like these Baltimore pitchers at home. He's been awesome. 592 OPS, 2.5 ERA, 3/4 of a homer, 9 for Bradish at the crib this year. Again, that's where you want to be. Baltimore offense significantly better than Washington. Though right now Baltimore struggling to touch. I still like them pound for pound no matter what. And I meant to mention before what the data is. If you look at the team stuff, somebody mentioned to me, and that's why I love feedback. I had, you know, I reference last 2 weeks 500 plate appearances all the time. I think it's an important piece. I also have it next to year to date to kind of compare. But really, the point of it's very hard to move that stuff. So somebody asked me to just put second half, so that's what's up now. Yeah, I hear you. Next time, when we hit August or like mid-August or September, you probably just want second half. Because that's like a 2,500 plate appearance sample. So if you're up looking at the sheet, it's 2,500 and 500 plate appearances, roughly. You know what I mean? Baltimore, I just think they're better. They've been striking out a bit, but that's not Gray's game. They've been barreling the ball, and they've really hit righty. So you got to give me Baltimore. Plus, we have the edge again. The bullpen stuff. Washington's bullpen is one of the worst of the season, and they're middling right now, but I think they're getting away with it. 4 ERA, but it's 86 zone contact, 41 hard hit, 9% barrel, 1.5 homer 9. It's not really sustainable. Where I like the Baltimore bullpen, I was looking into this too before I leave. The bet was full day of rest, and I think that's going to be a big one. They really were kind of stressed. A lot of high stress, high leverage games. Baltimore is in the thick of it right now. I'm going to have that up. I had to look at it. I can't even keep up. It's so close right now. This last week's going to be awesome. I'm hanging on my freaking by a hair, my fantasy league to get into the main event. We'll see if I can luck out and do it. But Baltimore is the division leader, but with 97 games, Tampa at 95, right there is it's close as could be. So I like Baltimore to win it. Let's move it up. I got to hurry. This one is a cross out for me because of the price. Zach Greinke on the bump for the Royals, plus 140 dog against Reese's Pieces Olsen and the Tigres from Motor City. I've liked Olsen. He's been good. We have supported him through the year. He's disappointed us a couple times. But he's pitching to a 90% zone contact, and that's kind of part of it sometimes. He has a 249 BABIP, which has been, really helpful. He's keeping the ball down, 42% ground ball rate. But the misses have gotten punished, 10% barrel, 392 expected wOBA on contact. Hard to back. Again, do I think the Tigers win? Yeah, I think the Tigers win. Do I like Olsen over Greinke? I like Olsen over Greinke. But the Royals are hitting, and the Tigers are not. And you can see where this one get away from it. Again, the Royals doing what they do. Again, maybe they listen to the show. Maybe we have some front office people here. Teams like the Royals, when you're not very good, when you get on, you need to steal in this environment. Royals taking advantage of that. 21 steals, last 500 PAs. How you do it? Combined with a 256 average. They're not chasing it, putting the ball in the air, hitting it hard. Average team right now. Detroit kind of in the tank, right? They lost Riley Green and they really kind of circling the drain. 227 team batting average, 675 team OPS, but that K rate that we were highlighting early in the year is back. 26% K rate as a team, 36 hard hit, 296 wOBA. Really, the discipline really started to manifest right in some poor production. So I do not back the Tigers at minus 165. Hopefully that's some of what you get here. Also is right. No bet, better than a bad bet. Don't bet on the Tigers today. Maybe that one's over. Even Detroit's bullpen has been pretty good. Again, I think they win it 3. Sierra won whip last 58 innings. But I like I said, I just can't get with the juice. That's too juiced up. Next up, the New York Yankees. They look like an actual baseball team again. Michael King on the bump. Again, if you were rolling my fantasy stuff, that was one of our nice ads down the stretch. King's been damn good. 2.6 ERA, 112 whip. They stretched him into a starter, and now you're getting these monster K numbers, 31 K to only 7 walk, but across 5 and 6 innings. 33.5 CSW, 30% whiff. All legit, 66 first strike, getting ahead, winning in the zone. Suppressing hard contact, 30% hard hit rate, less than 3/4 of a homer 9, and just unhittable on the road. 200 batting average, 544 OPS with a 2 ERA. This is Michael King on the road. Against Kevin Gausman and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays also right in the thick of it. They're at 87, so they're out of the division. But they do have the second wild card spot. So keep that in mind. Right when we're little betting I'm going to do, I want to be betting on competitive teams unless I think I have a sick edge. So, Toronto, highly competitive. Yankees not, but you can't count them out because it's a lot of youngsters. Like, they're playing, and they're playing for the Yankees. They are going to be playing, So this one, again, is a struggle for me to get to the price. Yankees offense has been better than the Blue Jays. I mean, I feel like anytime I say the Yankees doing something good, when we all know they stink, that I sound like a homer, but right now, at least they've been okay. They strike out way too much. And Gausman's rocking the 30% K as well. So you got to think like Yankee, Gausman strikeout props is what I mean. But they are taking walks 11% of the time. 28% chase to go with it, meaning what? They're working pitchers. but they're a ground ball machine and really not very good against righties. Toronto, though, the bottom's falling out on offense. I don't know what's going on. 211 team batting average, a 651 OPS, 45% ground ball, sub 6% barrel. Across 500 PAs for a team that we thought was going to, like, I mean, even if not the best, you don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the Braves, but we thought we were getting Dodgers, Braves, Astros, Blue Jays. I mean, right? You know. Again, big Yankee fan here, but I'm just, being objective. Blue Jay bullpen's been very good, though. Last 45 innings, 3.6 ERA, 29% K, 80 zone contact. So a lot of winning stats there. Yankees bullpen hasn't been good since he pulled King, but they're still pretty good over. So I probably like the Blue Jays to win this one. It's a little too close for comfort. I actually have the Yankees by a smidge, believe it or not. I have Yankees F5 and Yankees by a smidge. Probably because of those terrible offensive stats from the Blue Jays. But I don't think I really want to go there. But maybe I should ask, what does the F5 look like for the Yankees? Getting King with the run. If we're at, let's say, minus 105, I think is good. Minus 110, I'm like, outside of that, I'd probably just let it go. But Yankees first 5 getting the run, Jay, I'm going to move on. So if it's minus 110, hit it, and anything worse, just leave it. And we'll call it a day. Yeah, I don't want to stretch to the full game. I want to get in and out with King. Because I don't know. I just don't want to give him the at-bats. I don't think Gausman's going to give up any runs. So I think we got to get this like 1-1 or 0-0. No, it's a little too juiced up for me. See, I don't like the disparity there. Oh, I see a 110 or 2, but yeah, I guess they're legit. I guess we can go there. I don't know. Do you feel bad betting against the Jays? If you feel bad betting against the Jays, then don't do it. I'm going to move it on. But yeah, I do really like King. And I like Gausman too. I mean, we're not trying to dogpile Kevin Gausman. I just think the pricing for that offense is really brutal. It's really brutal. The Blue Jays offense is more of it's like an idea right now, right? It's like it's a thought, it's a narrative more than reality, I think. Next up, there's another one that goes right into the bin. Let's not bury the lead. Zach Eflin on the bump for the Flat Fish from Florida. Those pesky Rays going to the northeast quadrant of the United States of America to face some red laundry. Tanner Houck on the bump for the Red Sockers. Plus 115 dogs at home. I like Houck, and I don't want to dogpile him, but he kind of fits. He's a perfect example of the workload project, guys. What I mean are pitchers that were not these kind of refined long-term starters with built-up track records. And the Red Sox, I disagreed when they were doing it in the first place. They jerked him around. He's relieving. He was long relieving. He wasn't. This is what you get. Because now when you try and kind of lean on him, Boston's out of it. But now that they're trying to lean on him to go every 5 days, it's kind of falling apart. It's a shame because I think Houck is a really good pitcher. And I think if you play deep fantasy leagues, you want to keep an eye on him. And again, for our betting, right, you just keep the good names in mind. He's got some really good stuff. It's just it's falling apart as the season's gone on. The K rate now down below 22, the walk rate at 9. There's still some nice stuff, 29% K, 52 ground ball. These are, right, that's a good combination. If you get that kind of whiff and keep the ball down like that, like we can work with that. He really hasn't had an answer for lefties, so cue up all the Rays lefties today. And he's really kind of stunk at home. 5 ERA now at home. All the indicators and stuff last 40 days are now getting away from him, and all of his plus metrics on the Saris model are getting down below 100. So you kind of pile on Houck. Eflin's just been awesome. He was really good with the Phillies. We should have known. Again, he went to the Rays, running theme now. Going to teams that are good at maximizing pitching outputs. And what do you get? Maximized pitching outputs. Holy cow. That's crazy. Holy cow. 3.4 ERA, 1 flat whip for Eflin, 637 OPS. All the indicators at like 3.3 or below. 26.5 K to only 3.5 walk. That's a 23 K minus BB if you're keeping score out there. 30 CSW, 31 ball, 37 O swing with a 50 ground ball rate. I mean, boom. 34 hard hit, sub 1 homer 9, 264 expected WOBA on the season. Zach Eflin looking like a boss out there. He is so good. He is so good. Red Sox offense bottom falling out. 300 team OBP, 646 team OPS, 25 K to sub 9 walk, 14 ground ball double plays last 500 plate appearances. Oh my gosh, awful, awful. 72 WRC plus for the Red Sox. Bottom 5 expected WOBA versus righties last 30. Tampa Bay flip side. Not not great. Ground ball machine also, but some average because they're pulling the ball, hitting it hard. Right, we've spoke about that again. That was at the center of a lot of my fantasy analysis. One of the things I thought we could dig up, trying to get around hulking power. Right, we all know Aaron Judge is going to hit home runs. We all know Jordan Alvarez is going to hit home runs. Like, thanks. But who else is going to hit them, right? Where else does the power come from? Where else does it come from? So it comes from elevating pulled batted ball events, right? Pulled fly ball line drives. Okay. So I'll be highlighting that, running those percentages specifically. Going into next season, I'll have all types of new metrics, and we're going to mop the floor with everybody again. So get ready. Give me the raise in the bin, Jay. Although, gosh, you see, my yellow belly is showing right now. My big yellow belly. Because it's minus 125. We should not be parlaying it, but we're going to. Because again, if it's good for the goose, good for the gander. I got to be consistent in this world, if anything. But I also have to be true and transparent. Like, you're generally not parlaying minus 125. I just don't want to. I didn't want to lay unit point two. I don't want to lay it. I don't want to lay it. The sub side is up over 18 units. If it gets to 15, I'm out. Even 16, I'm not going below 15. So I'll finish out the week. That's how I turned into internet parlay guy. Let's see if I become famous. Next up, Braxton Garrett. Next one, go right in the bin. I got to hurry up, Jay. Braxton Garrett and the Marlins on the bump. Also another one of our guys. No joke, our guys. Braxton Garrett minus 125 against Joey Laghezza. All right, Laghezza, this is the ultimate regression candidate. So let's do Braxton Garrett first. Quickly, what you see is what you get. 3.5 ERA, 114 whip, but he's very, very good. 3.5 SIERA, 4% walk, 30 CSW, 67 first strike, 34 O swing. What do those other things take with you? The bully metric. Add first strike to chase rate. If they're over 100, you got yourself a bully. He gets on the bump. He gets ahead, and he makes you chase his garbage. Braxton Garrett, very, very good. Very, very, very good. Joey Lucchesi, the ultimate negative regression candidate right now. A 2.88 ERA, but. 5.25 K walk ERA, 5.5 expected ERA, 5 SIERA. That's a 17K to 9% walk. I mean, this is really ugly. 38% ball rate, 16.5 whiff. And that's absurd. He's getting by to 49% ground ball rate and a 277 BABIP. We ain't buying it. Ain't buying it at all. 3.30 ERA at home, don't care. I see a 5.65 xFIP. 1.42 ERA last 40 days, I don't care. I see a 5.14 SIERA, 5.12 xFIP. So give me the Marlins against the Mets. The Mets have just crushed my soul all year. However, Mets bottom 3 expected WOBA versus lefties last 30. Marlins actually hitting right now. 280 batting average, 815 OPS, and 120 WRC plus. Give us the Marlins. Stick that one into the bin. That would be another one. If you're still betting seriously, don't do what I'm doing. You bet the Marlins straight. You bet that one straight. If the other two are juice, those are a good pair. Like, you should continue to be smart. I'm not saying I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just being cowardly. Okay, so let's not separate the two things. Jay Bird did such a good job showing people in real time what it means to shop around those lines, man. Telling you, means so much. That you got to get the best price, right? Same ticket. I'm sorry, I stalled. You're getting it. Same tickets, different prices, different results. Jay, tell them all about it, baby.
For sure, John, I got you here. The easiest way to improve as a sports bettor, we feel, is by using multiple sportsbook and always getting the best odds. We recommend using an odds comparison tool like BetStamp. BetStamp simply compares odds across every sportsbook, including games, player props, and future. Save time and money by downloading the app today. If you want to support the show, head over to betstamp.app/call to the pen. And if you're looking to sign up for more sports books, if you sign up through that page, it helps support the show. Now back to John.
talking to myself. You know what's really funny? The thing that I said, maybe I didn't want to say on camera. Maybe that's what it was. I got somebody looking out for me, man. Last couple of days, I've been Mr. Magooing my way into a little bit of success. Thank you so much, Jay. We love you, man. All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, I'm now muting myself because you don't want to hear what's going on, man. Next up, Chicago Cubbies and Justin Steele, plus 125 dogs. You're like, what? Justin Steele is a dog? Yes. It must be the Braves to head down to the dirty to face Bryce the Elder. I mean, gosh, if you're ever going to bet against the Braves, this is it, baby, right? Steele has been excellent, flat out excellent. Though a couple of dings lately, the ERA at 3.117 whip, but I think even the last 40 numbers are still strong. Yeah, 3.64 ERA last 30. Like, that's when he's been bad. 2.3 xFIP, 2.9 Sierra. Half a home run in the season. He's been so good. He's been so good. One of my bigger misses on the season, right? And it wasn't like, I didn't miss like L incoming. I didn't miss like I didn't know who he was. No, I missed like I didn't think he was going to be able to take the next step. I specifically remember doing analysis on Steele, and I'm curious to look back now, but he was one of the few pitchers that didn't pass the sniff test on the fastball. RE diagnostics, It wasn't all there. Like, I just wasn't buying usage plus shape plus velo, all the stuff I really love getting into the granular stuff in the off season. I'm going to take a day or two every week after baseball ends, and I'm going to mash baseball. My piece de resistance is coming. So it's hard not to Steele over Elder. Again, we've been smashing Elder. We've really been smashing him. Because his ERA is at 3.6, but he was one of those guys, negative regression guys. We called out. Now the K-Walk ERA and the Sierra are both north of 5 last 40 days. Elder, not say he's not very good. It's not like he's not good. He's just pitching so far of his head because it's big time contact. You get the big ground balls, but you're not going to survive in a bad bit forever. In particular, when you get up against good hitters. Chicago Cubs right now, they're our they have the sickest sine wave chart of anybody, right? We were literally just talking about the Cubs as that team that was like a top 5 offense for 500 plate appearances. And then they poof disappeared. It's all blue. Again, if you know, you know. I'm referring to those sheets I keep talking about. Go check them out. If you're betting seriously at all, I don't even mean money wise. I mean seriously, you bet at all, even with $1 at a time. I'll do it's free right now, but I would put my stuff up for a money back guarantee, right out of my own pocket. If not satisfied with the data end. Man, you want to see this stuff, you want to see it formatted, you want to see the different time frames all at once. It's a ton of information to digest, and you want to do it all at once. So Chicago back to that kind of level again. Outrageous. 272 team BA, 830 team OPS. Why? The disciplinary stuff. Immediately they change on a dime. 17.5 K to 11 walk. They have a 6.5 K minus BB as a team for 500 plate appearances. 87 zone contact, 44 pull, 9% barrel, 356 WOBA. Dun, 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 that's what you get. Elder probably in trouble. Braves offense. Get your pens and pads out. Very, very good. Very good. They also smash lefties. So if you told me you liked the price on Steele, getting the run, I'd probably see you there. I would say, though, the one kind of chink in the armor for the Braves right now, bullpen's off the rails. So I would look to go for the full game. Jay, what's about a full game run line? What's that look like? Because if Steele is sharp, we're going to get distance. And again, the Cubs are hitting. And me and my big mouth, too. It's just too expensive. This is actually a good bid. This is like a proper parlay play. But I'm not going to go out of my way to face the Braves. That's like a no-no. Let's not do that. Right? I thought we were getting a premium price to get a run. It's not the case. That one's juiced up. Again, the book's starting to get hit. Braves bullpen. 7.4 ERA last 49 innings. 285 batting average allowed. 2.2 homer 9. Yikes, run. It's a trap. All right, next up, we got to hurry, man. I'm always hurrying. I'm like the white rabbit around here. I should have just asked for the 5 minutes to go. Next up, it's the Pirate. Yarr. Paulie Blackburn, the Pirate. Yarr. And the Elephants bouncing on beach balls, those Oakland Athletics on the road against the Minnesota Twins. The Minnesota Twins are your Central Division champions. That's locked up. They have 83 wins. The Blue Jays are 4 games better. Houston is 3 games better. Seattle is 1 game better. The Yankees are just 4 games worse. They're locked up. With the balanced schedule, I think divisions are stupid. Or at least to grade them for the playoffs. Mention a chef and his name by name, and he shall appear. Player props about what's going on. Our boy Justin. Yo, man, right? It's a long season, but you're a goat, man. Grabbing the spear, grabbing the shield, hopping to the phalanx, man. We give the books nothing and take from them everything here at Call to the Pen. Rate, review, and subscribe. Make sure you're checking out my boy Justin, Player Props Savant, on Twitter. Make sure you're checking out him and monitoring football. Their stuff is sharp. Again, we don't just talk it, we live it around here, right? We get in with a fin around here. That's for damn sure. I look to elevate. I don't put people down to bring myself up. If I'm going to make it, it's because I'm the damn GOAT. That's how I want to get there. Not that I had to cut throats. Whoa. Oh, it didn't know it. Paulie Blackburn on a bump against Bailey Ober. I didn't have a price here. Again, there were so many games. No, man, we appreciate you. You're part of what we're building. You're a part of this. So thank you, man. Spending your time to roll with us, helping to validate the stuff we do here. People know you're sharp. You're an ingrained part of the gambling community. People know you're the real, right? You're a real one. You're a real one, and we appreciate you. We see you. It's the way of water around here. Yeah, got to be on the MLB grind. But if you notice, I was talking about how much of a coward I've been. I know a lot of people do. I've kind of scaled down the place. Jay, we're going to be here for all day. I'm sorry. So I didn't have this one listed. I'm skipping it. You got to like Ober to win and the Twins to win. Ober, who's not only very good, is kind of pitching for a spot here. They've gone up and down with him. They pitch Keigel. So you got to like Ober by a mile. This one is a 3-phase edge. The Oakland offense is kind of stunk, and Minnesota's hitting. We know the Oakland bullpen kind of stinks. Minnesota's good. So this one is easy as Capeasy. But again, I didn't even have any prices. Oh, let's go. NFL, let's go. Next up. Got to fly through these. Zach Davies. This is another bin piece. I think this is the final one. On the bump. Though he struggled, man. Maybe pull the brakes, Jay. I was just attacking Urania. Well, I can't believe the White Sox are still rolling out there. But, man, I'm man alive. I must have relied on some algo love. Because I am scared to death. I am scared to death of this one. I'm really having I'm having a hard time. Dave's been terrible. 6.8 ERA, 1.6 WHIP. Jay, don't put this. I know there's like a 50% chance of it's a binary outcome on the money line, but I don't want to do it. Pull the brakes. I'd rather apologize to people for losing and respect it. I didn't realize how bad Davies has been. Just awful. Road splits are terrible. I guess list 30, all the underpinning stuff is like average. He hasn't given up home runs. He's keeping the ball down. So there's like a couple of bright spots, but man, it's been a really rough go. Arania, I think, was the attack spot here. 5.5 Sierra, 7.3 ERA, 1.7 WHIP. But like I'm saying, it's not to make Davies look any better. But the power bin is much worse for Arania. See, this is where they absolutely separate. 42 hard hit, 12 barrel, 8.5 blast. That's 3 homer 9 and a 365 expected WOBA for Urania. Then I think we have we're pretty much outgunned. The White Sox outgunned on offense. That offense is a joke right now. 283 team OBP. Yeah, I thought I was going to say average. 636 OPS, 6% walks, and they don't take walks, 26% hard hit, 72 WRC plus. They're on the struggle bus. Arizona not far behind them, but the disciplinary stuff is good. The average is good, and they're stealing bases, right? We've mentioned this. 88 zone contact, 19% K, 250 average, and 12 steals. That's how Arizona has been buttering their bread. And then we have a huge kind of edge in the bullpen. This has got to be the algo thing. If I would have known. Not Russian, it's a full slate, man. Hard work. White Sox, 7.3 ERA, 5.12 Sierra, last 42 innings. Arizona, 2.8 ERA, last 44 innings. So For those of you that tailed, I bet this one myself. You know I got skin on these, yo. So we'll be praying Arizona is going to get it done late and that the White Sox are in fully fold mode. But man, I do not feel good about that one. Honesty is what it is. Best policy, hopefully. Next up, cross-off game for me. In the words of my boy Justin, Zach Thompson on the bump for the Cardinals plus 145. Dog on the road against Adrian House Music minus 150 for the beer makers. I mean, this is like just a guy central right here. Though I do like the strikeout stuff from Thompson. He's got some wicked, like, swing and miss scheme. But he doesn't have the control on the whack. He falls behind too many players. I cannot back Thompson at all. Hauser is a guy I'm always waiting for things to implode on. They never seem to. Indicators kind of agree because he does all the control stuff. 47 ground ball, 7% walk. Right? Control plus ground balls are always going to be like an indicator's best friend. I'm never buying what Hauser is selling. But the Brewer offense has kind of picked up as of late. We mentioned at this part of the basket, it kind of portended the offense. They have 30 doubles the last 50 plate appearances. Wow. Really looking good. But the disciplinary stuff really strong. Hard hit rates tick down, but they're getting it done. St. Louis offense in the tank right now. 72 team WRC plus. I mean, just bottom tier offense. 208 team batting average. 614 OPS with a 52% ground ball rate for the Cardinals. Yikes. Brutal. I've got the Brewers winning this one, but I wouldn't bet on Hauser with your money. I'm moving it up. We just may finish this one on some kind of regular time. This is another one cross-off game for me. It's just too expensive. Who do we say that from before? Darn. Shoot. I lost my train of thought. There was somebody that we liked. Like, there were a time and a place to bet on the chalk, and I think that's the lesson. That's the thing that matters. Cody Bradford on the bump for the Rangers. This one might not even be listed. He's just what I guessed for probables. Against Reed Detmers, who I really liked and was a miss. He really didn't continue the breakout kind of path that I hoped for. He's performed as of late, but the indicators are not buying it. That's Detmers. Bradford is really just going to open. I think he may get one time through the order. He's been okay at times, but he gets rocked when he misses. 12% barrel rate, almost 2 homer 9 for Bradford. Detmers, again, I shouldn't have made him sound bad. 4.6 ERA, 135 whip, kind of just a guy. 26K to 9 walk, just a guy. 36 ground ball, 45 ball, kind of just a guy. 36 hard hit, 41 on Savant, just a guy. Lefties have kind of crushed him. Hopefully that'll correct next year. I might buy back in on Detmers. But right now, this one I'm just not touching. If, again, the Rangers probably going to win. Yeah, there's the Tigers. You want to bet the Tigers are going to win because Olsen's on the bump? Yeah, they probably get it done, but the offense sucks. You want to bet on Texas because you think they're going to win because the offense has been really good, which it has. 832 team OPS, 11% walk, 36 hard hit on Fangraphs, right? Remember, BIS, that's super high. 354 WOBA, 124 WRC plus. Texas is another great example of using the two accounting measures of hard hit rate, right? BIS, which is subjective, or at least has a subjective element to a proprietary algorithm. Boy, that sounded smart. And then Savant, which uses a raw 95-mile-an-hour metric. So 38.5% on Savant is pretty low. It's right around average. Again, I have these things formatted. That's how I know. But the 36. So 36.2 of 38.6 being hard hit, really good, meaning the balls that they elevate, they're hitting hard, right? Because that's a lot. That's like off-season fantasy stuff. Follow me. So if you like Texas, you like Texas, but again, you're relying on quite a bit. The bullpen not very good, but right now the LA offense like historically bad. 15% swing and strike, 34% K rate as a team right now. Over 500 plate appearances. This is ridiculous. That gets you, on the midnight train to Tuscaloosa. So, again, if you want to bet the Texas Rangers, this is a better day to get at 165. Minus 165, not a great price. Next up, Seth Lugo and the Friar Tucks, those Padres, minus 125 on the road against Kyle Harrison and the Giants. Is it a wrap for the Padres? I think so. I'm just scanning really quick. Yeah, it's a wrap for the Padres. Funny. It's really, really close. They have, 80 wins. So it's not even I'm sorry, San Diego has 77 wins. which kind of sucks. What a letdown. But they would have to jump to any team, so they're out of it. Maybe that's an explainer for the price. They were on a bit of a heater and then dropped some heartbreakers. That's kind of been the story of their season. But right now, the offense has been excellent. Harrison for San Fran, a ton of like upside here, right? So he's flashing at points with stuff that you're like, whoa. Like this guy will go out and give you single innings that you're like, holy crap, yo. This guy's sick. He's got sick potential. But, like big shaking butt. The control is just not there. And then when he forces it in, he gets into a lot of trouble. So check it out, right? So 24.5 K, 17 KBB, 30 CSW, 26 whiff. Not bad, right? And not like the 7% walk is indicative of terrible control. However, 58 first strike, he's failing to get ahead. Combined with 30 O swings, so he's not inducing chases, right? The opposite of the bully. He misses 8.7% of the time. That's a center box on Savant. That's the one control metric I care about. Now, granted, Harrison does have the type of stuff that can survive in the middle of the zone. He's getting elevated 50% of the time. Double-digit barrel is 2.5 homer 9, right? So there are ways, I know it's a ton of stats, but hopefully one of the things you get here is the way to kind of piece these together to try and understand a little bit better the underpinnings of what's going on with these profiles. Right, because the fake cappers take one stat and this is like the thing, and that's not it, right? You know, the quilt, the tapestry, this is the way. So I like Lugo, but I don't know what they're going to be playing for. And I like Harrison, but I don't know which version of him you're going to get. The San Fran offense is almost impossible to back. They're, like I said, this one's just a crossover for me. The Giant bullpen's also struggling, but the underpinning stuff is not terrible. So don't be shocked. It's not an ERA. Bullpen's not an ERA game. If you're modeling by bullpen ERA, you're absolutely doing it wrong. So I'm crossing it off. Next up, going to be a good one. 6 series. Last but not as close as I hope. JV looking like vintage. But today it's Christian Javier on the bump for the Astros, plus 130. Dog on the road versus the pickle, George Kirby and the Mariners. I mean, I'm a Kirby guy through and through. Javier, my other really big miss this year. I thought he was going to be awesome. I thought we were talking like a legit, I'm talking Cy Young, potential upside on a permanent basis, and I could not have been more wrong. Javier has been a struggle the entire season. The Sierra up there 5, only 23% K, 25 CSW, 38 ball, and 54 first strike. Just a really poor disciplinary profile, and he's been terrible on the road the entire year. 5.4 ERA, 5.4 xFIP, 2 homer 9 with a 5.3 ERA last 40 days for Javier. Yikes! The pickle is the man, right? 2.5% walk rate over 179 innings. Bananas, yo. And he's phenomenal at the crib. Kirby with a 606 OPS, 310 ERA, and 1 flat homer 9. At home, I mean, 140 is like a little out of range for me to go up against Houston's offense, which is rolling right now. Seattle offense went back into the tank. We've been talking about their disciplinary struggles all year. They're showing the bottom belly of that strikeout problem. So I'm not touching this one. I do like Kirby. I don't like Javier, but the Houston offense right now is, scoring off of anybody there. They're a legit good team. They're ready for the playoffs now. They're playing their best. Everyone is confident. They know in a close game they're going to score. They don't care who you have because they're going to put together good at-bats. They're going to force contact and then capitalize on it. Houston as a team, 20K to 10 walk. 10 swinging strike, 88 zone contact, right? For a team that has Tucker and Bregman and Alvarez. So you're getting high quality contact as well. Moving on to the last one. Again, this is the back end of a doubleheader. You can't even find this one. I got Bobby Miller and Ryan Feltner. So, you can put that in the garbage parlay bin. Like that one's like game 2 Dodgers and the Twins. Right? That Ober game and the Miller game are going to get modeled to the balls, and they're going to be juiced to the gills as well. So I would say, there's your kind of donkey pairing for the people later on in the day. That'll do it, everybody. Wow, what a show! Almost pitched the perfect game. I had to hiccup with the mute button. That's what happens, I pulled a Robbie Ray right there. Finished complete game, but 3 earned runs, like 13 Ks. Walk, walk, homer, baby. That's what happens. Can't be talking on the mute button. Not if you're going to be a pro. So I'm going to watch the tape and hopefully get a little bit better tomorrow. Thank you all so much. All kidding aside, love you so, so much. So from Mr. Cooper, best ad read / producer / good guy in the game, and me, hopefully something good. I don't even know. I don't know, man. Hopefully there's something good going on. 1,000 you subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. If you haven't, you got to do it before we get out of here. We're going to do some playoff stuff, but before we get out of here, come on, man. Hook us up with the subscription. That's my best argument to bring this show back next year, and it's free. And if it's free, it's for me. So we're across that 45-minute mark, and that's pretty much it, Jay. Do the quick scroll. Jay is doing the quick scroll. What a guy. And we're in the green on the season. I can't believe we pulled the carcass across the finish line. But that should really be a testament to the consistency of my work. I think at the very least is that. You know, I forget all the stupid smart jokes and all that stuff. We don't throw the ball right. We don't swing the bat. But we do control our work ethic, our attitude, win or lose, and our, entire disposition, how we approach the game, the work, the theory, and our ability to, take blows, take losses, and keep pushing forward through the trenches. So from everybody here at Call to the Pen, it's been a wonderful season. Last Taco Tuesday of the regular season. BGC, we see you. Thank you, everybody, so much for jumping in the room. I try and shout you out as much as I can. All right, check out the pod, 5-star reviews. Check us out on Twitter, Call to the Pen, and John Laghezza. Keep an eye out for the football stuff. Jay's got a show on Forward Progress. I'm making the caboose appearance on Forward Progress with Big George on Fridays with that smoke. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for picking up what we're putting down. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your day when we're done with the book. Enjoy the pay. And remember that when you work this hard, there's a lot less like luck, yo. See you tomorrow. Peace.